Hey, how's it going, everyone? My name is Pherem, and today on our LSPDFR tutorial / GTA5, I'm going to be showing you how you can add more replacement vehicles, or excuse me, more vehicles inside your game to use as replacement vehicles by simply selecting the vehicles inside your simple trader. That's how we'll be accessing these vehicles that we're going to be adding into our game. What we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and get up our OpenIV. We're going to go ahead and get this set up here real quick. So we're going to go Grand Theft Auto 5, Windows. Make sure that you're in edit mode by just clicking up here. And if you want to stay in edit mode, all you have to do here is just go to tools. You're going to go here to options. Then right down here where it says default work mode, you're simply going to change where it's going to say read only. Just go ahead and change this to edit. Then the next time you sign back into OpenIV, you'll automatically be in edit mode. I'm going to go ahead and move this over here for now. Now we're going to go ahead and grab our downloads. We're going to be downloading three things here. We're going to be downloading the Addon Creator Vehicle, modding DLC, and then the Carpack that we're going to be changing around is going to be from Jedahdiah's garage sale. This is his previous Patreon vehicle editions that he's released to the public in order to make room to make new vehicles that he's going to be releasing on his Patreon. Alright, go ahead and grab our downloads here. We're going to grab our add-on creator. Basically what we're doing with this is we're not making a DLC pack. We are using this to have it automatically make our handling and vehicle IDs that we're going to need. Much easier to do it this way because there are certain things that if you were to do it manually, certain things that we would have to fill out that may be complicated. Some people and honestly quite difficult, like especially when it comes to making siren hashes and everything to get your sirens and everything to work right for purchasing vehicles and all that. So it's easier just to have this automatically make the vehicle and handling metas for us. And I'll show how easy it is to edit everything once we get everything set up. I'm going to go ahead and click download. Go ahead and click download again. And we're going to go ahead and grab Apple's modding DLC and click download and download again. And now we're going to go ahead and grab our vehicle that we're going to be editing. We're going to go ahead and click download here. These are all different packs, but the one that I'm particularly going to be using is this top one right here. This is 2021 Part D, because the vehicle that I want to use is a Los Santos Sheriff Office K9 vehicle, and that's what I'm going to be changing around. So I'm going to go and click download. And like I said, you can do this for any vehicle. It doesn't matter what pack you choose, what vehicles you want to change around. You can do this for any one of them. Let's download, and then I'll see you all back at the desktop. Now that we have everything downloaded, let's go ahead and head back out to the desktop. I'm going to close out of this. Go ahead and grab our downloads. Close out of that. The first thing we do here is we're going to go ahead and install Apple's modding DLC. And we're simply going to take this OIV file here. We're going to drag it into our OpenIV and drop. Next thing you want to do here is we're going to go ahead and click install, mods folder, install. Alright, set to install. Let's go ahead and close out of that. And click here on the top of your OpenIV to refresh it. Now we need to go make sure that our item line is lined up correctly in our DLC list. For this, we're going to be going to mods. We're going to go to update RPF, common data. We're going to scroll all the way down here to our DLC list. We're going to highlight it, right click. We're going to go all the way down here to the bottom, and as you can see how our DLC list modding one is not lined up correctly. This is the one that this is for Apple's modding DLC. So all you have to do here is just go here to item. Here's probably most likely won't have the space right here. It's just that I removed a previous item line that I had here. We're going to simply just highlight it right here. You're going to go backspace all the way until it lines up with the previous one. Then you're just simply going to hit enter once. You see there, as long as the left side is lined up, you're good to go. It's the vehicles that we're going to be adding in here, they won't work unless the modding deal, unless the item line itself is lined up correctly. Go ahead and click save. Now that we have that done, and if you want to, you can go up here, you can go to favorites, and you can name whatever you like. For example, I already have my game config right here, and my game config is in the same location as my DLC list, so I'm not going to worry about adding it to my favorites. But if you want to, you can just simply go add to favorites, name it whatever you like, and then you'll be able to, and you can even make folders for these. A lot of people don't realize this, but you can make folders for your particular sets, like your XML text and all that right here. Go ahead and close this because I already have mine made. All right, now that we have that set, we're going to go back over to our WinRAR. We are going to take these meta templates and drag these out to our desktop. This is going to have a lot to do with our, we need this for our conversions, which are our car conversions. And we need those when we get ready to make our vehicle IDs. I'm going to go ahead and just sit there. I would recommend keeping this somewhere safe because you will need to fall back to this in case you need this in the future for adding more vehicles. We do not need, you can watch these different tutorial videos that Apple's made in the past, and they're still relevant to today. Nothing's really changed over the years as far as how you edit meta files and all that stuff. I recommend if you want to, you can keep the tutorial videos. And then right here, this README PDF also will also help you out to guide you with different things there, because there's a ton of stuff you can do with the modding DLC. I recommend definitely checking out this little handbook here. Go ahead and close this. Close out my music. Give me 1 second here. Sorry about that. Now we can go ahead and close out of this. All right. Next thing you do here is we need to make ourselves the proper IDs that we need. The meta, I should say, the meta that we need. So for this, we are going to be opening up our create add-on vehicle. Go ahead and move WinRAR here. Go ahead and open this up. I'm going to go ahead and open up with WinRAR. And what I like to do here is we're going to go ahead and make us a folder here. We're just going to simply go to our desktop. We're going to go to new. You can name this whatever you like. I'm just going to call this make. Doesn't really matter. Just whatever name you want to give it. I'm going to go ahead and take these files here. Drag them into our folder and drop. Just store this wherever you like. Now we're going to go and open up the folder. And we're going to click on this one right here that says create a vehicle exe. Put it up. We're going to give a name of our vehicle. So for this, we're just going to give it, I like to keep the name simple. We're just going to call this CSO K9. I need to pick a handling for it. So for this, I'm going to pick the police one. Then we're going to simply hit create add-on. We're just going to have this go out to our desktop. It's created, and it up right down here. Basically what this did is it made a DLC list or DLC for us, but we're just using this to grab the metas that we need. I'm going to go ahead and close this. Close out of that. Go ahead and move this over here. All right, now what we're going to do here is we're going to go back up here to our OpenIV. We're going to go to mods. We're simply going to go to update 64 DLC packs. You can go ahead and save this in your favorites if you like to. As you can see, I have mine right there. What we're simply going to do here is we're going to take this DLC that we've created, DLC pack that we've created. We're going to drag it into here. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to, before we open this up, is we're just simply going to make a folder here. We're going to go here, and we're just going to name this metas. All we're doing here is we're just grabbing the meta files. Then we're simply going to go back here to our DLC pack, and we're going to go open up the LCSO K9 one that we made. And we're going to go right here to where it says common. We're going to open it up of the data. And the only two that we need here is all we need here is the vehicle meta. Just drag this into our folder here. And then the other one that we only need here is just the handling meta. So back up here, let's go ahead and click DLC packs. We can go ahead and get rid of this LCSO. Delete that, we don't need it. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to simply go to Apple's modding. This is where we're going to be adding in our vehicle. I'm gonna go ahead and open it up. We go DLC to RPF. And we're gonna go ahead and stay right here. The Type 64 is where we're gonna be adding our vehicles, and the commas we're gonna be adding our meta. Go ahead and add our meta in first, and then I'll show you how we're gonna make the vehicles and stuff. We'll go ahead and take care of the meta first. We're gonna go ahead and go right here. We're gonna go to common. We're gonna go to data. And then we're simply gonna, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and take care of the vehicle one. We're gonna open up this right here where it says levels GTA5. And we're simply gonna go right here. We're gonna go to right click. We're gonna go to vehicle. We're gonna go to edit. And as you can see here, we don't have anything in here. And I'm gonna show you the only things that you need to add in here. It's real easy. We're gonna go back over to our folder that we made for our metas. Move this over here. And I'm using Notepad++. I would highly recommend using Notepad++. It makes the editing a lot easier. We're going to go right here to vehicle. Now, do not drag this over to replace yours. This is what I would recommend that you do here, because in the future, it's going to make this a lot easier if you want to add more vehicle metas for any vehicle that you're adding in. So we're simply going to go to our vehicle meta here. We're going to highlight it, right click, and we're going to go ahead and go with edit with Notepad++. What you're going to do here is you're going to go right down here. It's always going to be starting from right here where it says item. As you can see here, we got our model. Everything's already filled out for us. Everything's already filled out for us. So we don't have to worry about changing anything around. So we're simply going to go right here where it says item. Highlight it. Go all the way down here. Almost to the very end. You're just going to stop right here where it says, actually you're going to stop right here. Only go right here. To see where it says first person driver by data. You're only going to go right here just to this very last item line right here. You don't have to worry about this stuff down here. Only go just right past where it says first person by data. I'm going to go ahead and click right click, and then we're going to go ahead and click copy. We can go ahead and close out of this. Now what you're going to do here is don't remove, I would not remove this one right here, because you're going to use this as a guiding reference right here where it says add custom entries. You're always going to go below this like so. Then you're simply going to go left control V or right click. So then basically what you would do here is if you're adding in another vehicle meta, you would just go right up, just right below this one. You can simply just go like this, then hit enter, and then add in, you would just put it above this particular set right here. Going to go ahead and click save. We have our vehicle meta set. Now we're going to go ahead and take care of our handling meta. So let's go back up here. We're simply going to just go back here to data. We're going to go right here to our handling meta and right click. We're going to highlight, right click, edit. The easiest way to add in your handling meta for the vehicle that we made here. We're going to go to our handling meta right over here to our folder. We're going to highlight it. We're going to right click. Go to edit with Notepad++. All we're going to do here is we're just going to go from right here where it says item. We're simply going to take this all the way down, and we're going to stop right here to the next one that says item. I'm going to go ahead and right click and click copy. Close out of that. We're going to do the same thing as we did before with the vehicle one. We're just going to go right here just below the add custom entry. Going to left control V and save. Now we need to make our conversions, and you can delete these two if you like, and then you can save the folder if you want to. I'm going to go to keep mine so I don't have to keep making a folder. I'm going to go to keep this. I'll organize these later. Now we need to make our conversions. So for our conversions, they are going to be where we dragged out our meta templates for Abel's from Abel's modding DLC pack that we downloaded. So we're going to open up this. We need to grab our conversion. The conversion is real easy. Don't worry about this one, because this is basically for if you know what you're doing with the sirens settings. This is mainly for if you're not using an ELS vehicle, but for us, we are using an ELS vehicle. We're going to go right here where it says template conversion meta. You're simply going to go ahead and open this up. And the only thing you're going to do here is you're going to go right here. So you're going to start, once again, you're going to start here from item. You're going to highlight it. You're going to drag it all the way down. You're going to stop right here where it says item. You're going to right click copy. Go to close out of that. Now we're going to go over here to conversions meta. We're going to highlight it. We're going to right click. We're going to go to edit. And once again, you're just going to go ahead and mark it right here at the V, just right below where it says add custom entry. We're going to hold down left control and select V as in Victor. Now we need to make sure that we make the correct name here, because normally, as you can see here, this says police. So you're going to go right here to the very top and we're going to change the name. It's going to be the name of the vehicle name that we gave. This one is going to be LCSO A9, like so, and then we're simply going to save it. All right, now that we have our meta files done, we are going to be adding our vehicles. So let's go ahead and go back up here to DLC to RPF. We're going to go here to time 64. We're going to go to levels. A5 vehicles to RPF. We can go ahead and close out of this. We don't need that anymore. Now we need to make our vehicles. So we actually don't need this folder here anymore. This was for when we made our meta files. So we can actually go ahead and delete this. I'm going to go ahead and grab one of our vehicle packs, and I already know which one I'm going to be using. Open it with WinRAR. And the one I'm using is this right here. It's going to be the Los Santos Sheriff Office pack here. We're going to open it up. And before we do anything, we're going to go here to vehicles. And the one that I'm going to be editing here is this 2014 FPIU K9 vehicle. We can go ahead and take this folder here, drag it out. And now what we need here is we need to check the original name of the vehicle, which is going to be a sheriff. So before we forget, we're going to go ahead and grab our ELS here. We're going to drag this, we're going to take the sheriff one here, we're going to drag it out. Go ahead and close out of that. We don't need those anymore. We're going to go ahead and change the name. We're going to go to rename this one here. We're going to make this all capital. So we're going to go LCSO A9. Now, before we put this into our ELS default folder, we're going to go ahead here. We're going to right click and we're going to go here to edit with Notepad++. And we're going to go right here. See where this says auto? So basically what auto means is that this will automatically, if we were to install this right now with our vehicle, basically what it's going to do is when you turn on your sirens with using your ELS settings, it's going to make it so it instantly goes to code 3. And we don't want that. We want to be able to go through stage 1, stage 2, and stage 3 lighting. What we're going to do here is we're going to change this auto to manual. Oh, and then we're simply going to go up here to save. Go ahead and close out of this. We'll go ahead and install this into our main game directory here real quick. So we're going to go ahead and bring up our main game directory. Just go ahead and follow the pathway when it shows up on the screen. Go to our Steam library, Steam apps, common, and a Grand Theft Auto 5. Go to our ELS folder. We're going to go to pack default. We're simply going to take our ELS that we made here. We're going to drag it in here and drop. Go to replace mine. We can go ahead and close out of that, and we can go ahead and delete this. All right, now we can go ahead and make our vehicles here. We're going to go ahead and open up our FPIU K9. We're going to change the name of these. Now, I would highly recommend, especially if you don't have a stable system, is go ahead and you can remove this. It won't hurt anything. Basically, with anything that says a plus high, this has to do with like 4K textures. I'm going to recommend removing this one. So now we're simply going to rename all 3 of these, and only rename the names. Don't remove the YFT, the YTD, or the underscore high dot YFT. You only want to change the names. We're simply going to go here. We're going to highlight. We're going to go to rename. We're going to simply name this LCSO A9. And then what I like to do here is just simply copy this name here. So now we're going to move down to the next one. Go to rename once again. Left Control V. And then we're going to go down to this one here. Rename, and make sure not to remove the underscore high .yft. We're only going to change the name. Simply going to go all the way back. Left Control V. And then we're simply going to take these vehicles here, or the name of our vehicles that we changed, drag them in here and drop. Go ahead and close out of that. But I'll show you what this looks like here real quick. So there it is right there. This is our Los Santos County Sheriff vehicle. Simply going to go ahead and close out of this. We can go ahead and close out our OpenIV. We have everything successfully installed. Now what we're going to do here is we are going to use our Rage plugin hook, because I'm going to be able to I want to be able to show you that these will work with your LSPDFR plugins and everything else that you have installed. And keep in mind that we are using Simple Trainer to show the vehicles, and there's a lot of tutorials out on YouTube to show you how to install Simple Trainer. Simple Trainer is really easy to install. It's literally just a couple of files that you're going to drag into your main game directory. It's super easy. Let's go ahead and start our Rage plugin hook. And we'll head inside the game, and I'll show you what the vehicles and the handling and all the lights will work and everything. We're going to go down here to vehicle spawning, and we're going to go to added vehicle menu. Sorry, I didn't see it. I was like, where the heck did it go? I know we did it correctly. There it is right there at the very top. There it is right there. It's our CSO K9. These are basically where, if any vehicles you make, they're always going to go in these slots right here, and there's over 1,000, so you have more than enough room. Oh, and just a quick reminder, make sure that you have a game config installed. If you're at, because the more vehicles you have, you want to have a good game config. I am on GTA version 28, I believe it's, what is it, the latest one, 2845. So the game config for this is going to be 2802. So whatever version that you have for your GTA, make sure that you have the correct game config installed. Go ahead and grab our vehicle here. Oh, there it is right there. As you can see here, all the lights are working. Here's the inside of the vehicle. I'm not really too worried about the character itself with the hat, you know, with the position of the hands and all that stuff. I don't really care about that. We just want to make sure all our lighting's working inside the vehicle and everything else is working. But take this for a little drive. Let me show you that the handling's working. See how we're not going like, you know, instant, you know, fast, because it's the handling that we made for it. Go ahead and take a sharp turn here. As you see there, we're not rolling or anything, not tipping or anything like that, because we have our handling set up correctly. I am pulling the e-brake, by the way, just to make the turns sharp here, but there you go. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, as you can see here, the sorry, wrong button. There you go. See our sirens are working here. Yeah, there you go. That's how you can easily add more vehicles inside your GTA5 / LSPDFR game. It's going to bring us to the end of the tutorial. If you enjoyed this video, please drop me a like. Don't forget to comment down below, and I will see you on our next GTA5 / LSPDFR tutorial. Have a great night.